Hi everyone and welcome to a new episode of Eyez podcast along with a new video. I want to thank you guys so much for liking, subscribing, viewing, watching, and listening. I truly appreciate it. I am currently making more exclusive episodes on Patreon and Spotify. So the process with those episodes, as I've explained previously, and I will continue to explain it as long as I need to, is I want to give it to you guys right. I want to give you guys a preview. I want to make sure you guys know as far as where to go and how to be able to know that when they start, they will not stop. So there's only a few for right now, but once we get more up, you guys will know it and you guys will be like, oh my God, so we're really getting more. And it's like, yes, you guys are. But today we are going to talk about All Eyez on Me from Monica. So let's get into it. All Eyez on Me is the third studio album by American recording artist Monica. Named after its same titled lead single, it marked the singer's first record under Clive Davis J Records roster and was first released on September 11th, 2002 in Japan. The tracks on the album are a mixture of up-tempo songs and ballads, and it was created by producers such as Dallas Austin, Brian Michael Cox, Jermaine Dupri, Rodney Darkchild Jerkins, and Soul Shock and Carlin. Released to mixed reviews by music critics, the album reached number 14 on the Japanese albums chart. Its preceding lead single, All Eyez on Me, achieved moderate commercial success on the charts. Expected to be released on November 2nd, 2002 in the United States, the album was eventually put on hold after being heavily bootlegged following its Japanese release and became widely available through internet file sharing services. One minute, y'all. The album was then partially re-recorded and retooled as After the Storm in 2003, with the original cut, You Should Have Known Better, released as its fourth single. So yeah. I don't like, this is me here, because see, this was recorded from 2000 to 2002. So literally right after she was done with The Boy Is Mine, that era, she jumped right into this. What I don't like personally is the fact that this was released in Japan. I'm not saying that Monica isn't known in Japan, but this literally was a whole album that was released in Japan exclusively. I can't say I know why. It did reach number 14 on the Japanese albums chart, so that's not a bad thing. But for it to have been widely available through the internet for file sharing services, that's a low blow. Because it's like, you think of now where people literally hold their albums to the 99.99999% of it, because it's like when it's out there, it's not able to be marketable. There's not a shock or a sense of, oh my God, I love this, to where people will feel like, I can appreciate it more. In other words, guys, it got leaked just from it going to Japan. And yeah, let's read more into this. In June 2000, in an interview with MTV News, Monica revealed that she was planning to start working on a follow-up album to her 1998 album, The Boy Is Mine, throughout the summer season, with a first single to be released by October of the same year. Expressing her interest in reteaming with the core musicians she had worked with or on her second album, the singer expected the album to be released in the first quarter of 2001, following her involvement with Oscar Mayer's Jingle Jam Talent Search Contest, Oscar Mayer's Jingle Jam Talent Search Contest, and the film of her first major picture love song. In the filming, I should say. I didn't even know she was in this movie. Yeah, I remember Love Song. Love Song is a 2000 film produced by television by, produced for television by MTV and directed by Julie Dash. Okay, it was released December 1st, 2000. Yeah, yeah. The following month, personal tribulations put a temporary halt on the album's production when her former boyfriend Jarvis Not Weems committed suicide. Oh no. That is a lot. I will say this right now. There are a lot of people that are struggling. Um, and I'm saying this in 2025 because it's a real deal. There are a lot of people struggling, regardless of however people think they are struggling and think that it's not as serious to what they could do or could be doing. It does not matter. There are people struggling. And if you know anyone or feel as though anyone needs you, be there for them. And if you know someone that has been there for you and you feel as though you should be there for them, be there for them. Because life is too short, and a lot of times greed and selfishness and all types of just things that make people feel like I don't care, it is what it is, turns into I wish I cared and it didn't have to happen. Sometimes. But that's life. In July, oh no, by the way, then there's the sense of there's no regrets and, we can only do so much. So, again, we unbiased around here. The world turns over here, okay? Monica in July 2000 and Weems were together at the grave site of Weems' brother, who had died in an automobile accident at age 25 in 1988, when Weems, without warning, put a gun to his head and shot himself to death. Oh no. So, the brother of the man that she was dating was in an auto accident, as opposed to the person that she was dating couldn't handle the fact that he was in an auto accident and without warning had hurt himself. Unalived is what we say on here in these YouTube streets. Yeah. Not left behind a daughter from a previous relationship who Monica took into care after going into hiatus. Jarvis' death had everything to do with me not working. She said in 2001, I was not able. I was working all these hours after it happened, but I realized in the midst of everything, I couldn't handle it. I'm not ashamed to say that I decided to step back and get the help that I needed to really come from within. Yeah, I think that, from that is very traumatic. You never know how people are feeling and what they cope with. And, as long as you're reassuring and making things better, they should be able to follow that testament. There shouldn't be a sense of I'm going to do the opposite of someone doing something positive just because they're doing it positive. There should never be that sense. If you have that sense, you need something wrong. You should never feel like I'm going to do wrong more from someone doing right by you. Never. Even if you think it's the best thing to do right now because it can happen, it's just karma goes around, comes around. Yes. So, yeah, critical reception. It received mixed reviews. Like recent releases from Christina Aguilera and Brandy, the new album from Monica finds the 21-year-old R&B singer trying to escape her teen pop past. Thankfully, the result is more successful than Aguilera's recent foray into brazen sexuality and strained grunge rock. So, yes, when Christina Aguilera, bless, had came out with Strips, and this was her 4th album, okay? There was a lot of backlash. Even though it did so well, there was a lot of backlash because they were just like, you really want us to know you doing things. But yes, though originally expected to be released worldwide, All Eyez on Me received a wide release on September 11th in Japan only. in 2002. So it was supposed to be released worldwide. But yeah, it was heavily bootlegged in Japan and became widely available through internet file sharing services. In addition, the first single released from the project, All Eyez on Me, had experienced moderate success on the charts, while promotional single To Hood also got a lukewarm response. So yeah, I do remember All Eyez on Me really being on the radio, and you know, I gotta honestly say it was just like a single in itself, and you know, we did have a music video over time. Yeah, where are they talking about this music video? Yeah, everything had to be reworked though. Yeah, but yeah, Missy Elliott said I will come in and work on the new version. Some songs appear with different titles than the retooled release After the Storm. So there are songs that they purposely made a new name for, but it has the same lyrics. Just so people would not be able to be like, oh, I know this song, why did they steal this? So it's been reworked to an extent that it's a new song, but it's still a song of a song that was leaked. So let's get into the track list. So track 1 is I'm Back. Track 2 is All Eyez on Me. Track 3, You Should Have Known, which we know You Should Have Known is You Should Have Known Better. But stay with me. 4 is To Hood featuring Jermaine Dupri. Track 5, I Wrote This Song. Track 6, You Deserve featuring Hussein Fatal. Track 7, Breaks My Heart. Track 8, Ain't Gonna Cry No More. Track 9, If You Were the Girl. Track 10, Where It Hurts the Most. Track 11, Searching. Track 12, Just Another Girl. I Remember, Just Another Girl. And we didn't really get to hear that enough. Track 13, What My Heart Says. So, yeah, as far as charting went, you know, it only could go so far because it was leaked. And as far as just the album itself, it's not a bad album, but we was able to get After the Storm, which was this, but revamped. You know, healing was involved, which we will talk about. But I thank you guys so much for listening, and I'll be back with more.